Hi, and welcome to the Access Direct Opening Bell, your essential pre-market podcast. In just minutes, get key global updates, overnight trends, and market-moving factors that set the tone for the day. Whether you're a seasoned trader or just someone tracking the markets, this is your go-to briefing to stay ahead at all times. So let's dive straight in. Good morning. It is Wednesday, and we will start with US equities, where stocks rebounded for a second straight day, with the S&P 500 gaining 0.4% and the Nasdaq 100 rising 0.8%. The recovery happened as weak manufacturing data and slower job openings fueled rate cut bets from the Fed. The VIX fell for the first time in 5 days. The dollar rose while the US 10-year yield dropped to its lowest in nearly a month. Bitcoin jumped over 3% while gold hit a fresh record of $3,149 an ounce, while oil fell for a second straight day on an increase in US stockpiles. Domestic bond and currency markets were closed yesterday due to financial year end. Speaking stocks, the Nifty fell 354 points to settle at 23,166. The India VIX went from 12.7 to 13.8 as investors sought protection. Broader indices like the NSE 500 mid caps and small caps also fell but outperformed the Nifty. Brent was negative for a second day as over 60% of stocks in the NSE 500 fell. The best and worst performers on the Nifty were IndusInd, which gained 5.1%, and HCL Technologies, which fell 3.9% respectively. Resistance for the day can be expected between 23,420 and 23,566, while support lies between 23,090 and 23,141, with a downside extension around 22,800 to 22,900. Talking sectors, 11 of the 12 main NSE sectors finished lower. Realty fell 3.1%, while media rose 2.2%. Speaking foreign flows, foreigners withdrew 5,900 crores yesterday. Coming to the derivatives market, the Nifty's put call ratio went from 0.92 to 0.76, while that of the Bank Nifty went from 0.95 to 0.87. Nifty calls added exceeded the addition that was seen in puts, while implied volatility fell 20 basis points, which meant largely people remain cautious. Options expiring on April 3rd show a trackable range of 22,500 to 23,500 for the day, with notable additions seen at the 22,800 put strike and the 23,500 call strike. Talking index options positioning, foreigners and proprietary traders were bearish, while retail investors stayed bullish. Foreigners' net shorts and index futures rose by 18,000 contracts to 67,000 contracts. In stock-specific updates, Indian Hotels, SBI Life and Tata Steel were at horizontal support, while Bandhan Bank, M&M Finance and Redington were at trendline support. GMDC, HCL Technologies and IRFC were at horizontal resistance, while Power Grid and Yes Bank were at trendline resistance. 50%, 28% and 21% of stocks in the NSE 500 were above their 50, 100 and 200-day moving averages. Looking forward to the day, the GIFT Nifty was flat at 7 a.m. Asian markets were mostly down along with US index futures. Coming to economic releases, HSBC manufacturing PMI numbers are due today from India, while ADP employment change, durable goods and factory orders data are due from the US. That is a wrap on the day's podcast. Please note that this podcast serves solely for informational purposes and should not be considered financial advice of any kind. For a comprehensive disclaimer, please visit our website. Thank you, and we will see you tomorrow at the same hour. Good day and take care.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.